Live.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Wait a second. Oh, yes, we are.
So we are live.
Yes.
Good morning,
Good
everyone.
afternoon, good
And
evening.
good evening. And like my
Yes.
son that is learning Spanish, buenas noches.
Yeah, buenas noches.
How
That's so
is-
sweet.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's learning Spanish.
How is everyone?
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
welcome.
Yes, here is Janet Altagracia.
And Maya Dari del Sol.
Yes.
We're here in a lot of celebration, excited about today's juicy topic.
Yes,
And
definitely.
everything and all the
Mhm.
blessing and abundance and prosperity that is being manifested every day.
Definitely. Yes, yes,
And
yes,
we
yes.
will share in a little bit.
Yes, we will. We were celebrating with lemonade.
Yes, with a nice lemonade drink
Yes.
done by one of our favorite friend. His name is Carlos.
Yes, Carlos was making us lemonade to celebrate
Yeah.
this manifestation that
Yes.
I created in January and that today I got to enjoy finally.
Yes, and we're gonna
Yes.
celebrate with it later.
Yes, of course we will with more lemonade.
With more lemonades, I know we have them really curious.
Yes, yes, yes. So welcome all. We're seeing some people joining already in YouTube and also in Instagram. Hello everyone. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Thank you for being present. For the
Absolutely.
ones that don't know it,
Yes.
right?
Drum roll.
Yeah. No. I'm not
Not
gonna.
yet, not
I'm
yet.
not yet. Not yet. At the end,
At the
Janet.
end, that's true. Okay, guys, just a little bit more.
Yes. So for the ones that don't know it, we are following the information of my book Alchemy for the Soul: 7 Steps to Transcend Your Ancestors, your
And-
ancestors' past,
And
of
for
course.
you that don't have it, buy the book.
And then buy the book.
Buy
You
the
can buy the book in
Buy the book.
Amazon
Mhm.
in this version paper and also in Kindle. And welcome all. Our topic today is soul agreements. And yes, we're gonna talk a little bit about why it happened to me.
Yes.
Yes. Has that been your question, Janet?
Yeah, I always say, why did I choose to do that?
Before we didn't say why did I choose to do
That's
that?
true.
We used to say, but
That's
why
true.
me?
Why me?
Why
why?
me?
Oh, why does this always happen to me?
Or why does that always happen to
To
me?
me.
Yes, those are the two questions we always when we don't have this awareness about what we will be talking about today, we have that of why do I attract this into my life or why do these things happen to me? And we work sometimes outside of ourselves to change that reality when the order to change that reality begins within,
Yes.
within your soul. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So we want to invite you to follow us today.
Yes.
And the
Absolutely.
information is going to be amazing. I hope you enjoy it. And before we begin, we have some announcements,
Mhm.
right, Janet?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So um, the third module of our training program
Mhm.
is going to be happening in September, the first weekend of September, and it's all about relationships. Relationships between, like a couple's relationship, between mom and parents and children, between siblings, all sort of relationships. So if you somehow in your life notice that maybe your relationships are not flowing the way you'd like to enjoy them with any of these possibilities, as I just mentioned, with your parents, with your spouse or your husband or your wife, or with your children or your co-workers, with your friends,
boss, your boss.
yeah, your boss, because all of these are relationships,
Mhm.
and there is a sort of a disconnection or a conflict that might be connected to your family system, and
Mhm.
maybe you don't know why. So this module is all about relationships. And so if that's something that resonates with you, welcome. You don't have to take the full training. You can take only that module to understand better why your relationships don't flow the way they should.
And I will
Right?
encourage it because you learn so much, and it really does expand that light bulb. Like you start understanding. It's like the light bulb go off, and you're like, ah,
Yes.
so it really is an eye opener.
Exactly. So that's one thing, that one of the announcements. The second announcement is our tribe meeting. We usually have a free online meeting once a month. And this time is going to be this Wednesday, the 17th. The
That's right, yes, the
17th
17th.
at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join us, if you are here on Instagram, you won't be able to get the link to register. But if you go to my YouTube channel, Maya Ariel Sol, you will be able to register for that free online tribe meeting where we all come and bring our topics or what I can see that is happening in my life, that I can see it, that is probably replicating from my parents or from my ancestors. And we all do this group healing. So the healing of one is the healing of all, and we will enjoy your company there and your participation. So if you want to come and join us, welcome. That's happening next Wednesday, the 17th at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, exactly. Also, we want to let you know that we won't be doing these lives in September since we will be traveling. We are going to Egypt.
We
Yay!
are extremely excited.
Yes, we are. We will be traveling to Egypt, and we're going there to with the intention to bring an offering for like all the transgenerational and all of those unresolved memories from history. Actually, the story of the human and everything pretty much started there, not all the way there, it started before. But our idea is that or our intention is to come and bring some sort of reconciliation of those memories of the transgenerational that still affect us today. And that's the intention that we have with the group that is coming. So that's what we are doing. And maybe if you are into this sort of vibration and frequency and information and awareness and you would like to come and participate, just let us know. We might have still maybe a couple of spots available.
We are pretty booked.
Yes,
Which is exciting.
Yes,
Good
yes.
news, good news.
And anyways, it's going to be an intimate group. So
Yes.
yeah. All right, well, those were all the announcements, and now I guess we are ready to begin.
Yes.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. All right.
So, Maya, can you
Mhm.
explain to me why does these things keep happening to me?
Yes,
I keep
Janet.
attracting the same relationships.
I know. That isn't that
Oh,
it's so annoying, isn't it?
yes. Can you just explain to me why?
Let's understand the why. We need to understand, let's say, part of the soul process. We must understand the soul process to understand the why this human here is going through certain experiences that are not enjoyable, let's say. So if we talk about the transgenerational and everything that happened in history that is affecting us today, we can see that we have so much to heal, right?
Yes,
We have memories of loss, death, abandonment, rejection, exclusion, betrayal, humiliation, injustice, abuse. All of these memories created certain emotions, right, that are kind of misaligned from that consciousness of love and the consciousness of who we truly are. And these emotions need to be healed because let's say, with abandonment, we feel sadness or anger, or maybe with rejection we feel resentment, or with betrayal we also might feel anger. So all of these emotions need to be healed, and some of these memories, unresolved memories, your family system specifically somehow is replicating those stories. In my case, I'm an expert in, I would say, in abandonment and betrayal. Those two are my mainly unresolved memories that my system was carrying, that I was experiencing myself in my life, right?
Both of us.
Both of us. Well, yours is more of the betrayal, right?
Yeah. Me, I'm happy betrayal.
I'm happy betrayal. Today we can laugh about it. I'm sorry if you're going through at this moment, but that's what we're here for.
Oh my God.
They weren't fun, I know. And we are laughing today about it. It's not a joke. Of course, it's
And it
not.
was the best thing that happened to me because it brought me to this young lady over here. I came because I was going through betrayal, and I came so that she can help me save the betrayal. And she's like, "Oh, honey, leave that.
Yes.
You've been betrayed."
Yes. I remember that. Janet.
So I had that face with the.
The sad face, not a happy face after all. But when we get to have the awareness of understanding why I had to go through betrayal, why I had to go through abandonment, it will give you this state of peace. It's like, oh, I see. And that's why we are here today, are going to talk about soul agreements, because it's all part of it, right? That is the why, let's say. So in this process of evolution for the human has gone through a lot of these memories that affected the psychology. Our psychology was affected by the memories that we experienced in the past. So what is happening today? At this moment in life, we are in a process of changing that, reprogramming the past, so we, the descendants, can live a different reality, or a new reality, a more conscious reality, manifesting different sort of experiences in our life, right? We don't want to be experiencing more of the same as before, right? So what happens? Well, let's say that all souls that are incarnated here, we all came with one purpose. And that purpose is to reprogram the system of life. And to be able to reprogram the system of life, we must reprogram it through our individual programming. But of course, in order for us to be able to do that, we must go through experiencing that the system needs to fix through a family system. So we must help reprogram these memories through understanding why I came and choose, because I chose the family system where I was born. And I chose all of those experiences that I went through. And maybe I don't like them, because even just thinking of the idea, oh, no, no, no. If someone asked me, I wouldn't have chosen that mother or that father or that family. But yes, you did. Yes, you did. No matter how much we deny it, right? Part of the process of healing is accepting
That we did.
that we say yes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that today, the only way for us to change that is by acknowledging what happened in the past and to integrate it and to transcend it with love and with consciousness, and understanding that it was part of a plan where I say, yes, I'm going down there to help heal the system of life. See? So what happens is that when we are in that soul state, let's say, without incarnating in a human body, we don't know what it is to feel pain or suffering or conflict or anxiety or none of that, sadness. Those emotions belong only to the humanity. So since we don't know it in the spirit, we say, oh, so if we all go together, we are going to be able to help heal the system of life. Let's all go together. So we made these agreements, right? So maybe I found Janet before incarnating and said, Janet, so we are going to incarnate. Could you be my mother?
And I go, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe we can choose someone else that, oh, can you be the father so I can be the daughter, right? So we made the soul agreement, right, before coming here. And then we agree on who is going to be who. And also we made the agreement to say, so what are we doing together when we get down there? Oh, and then the parents can say, well, that system where we are going to be born has issues with betrayal and abandonment. So whatever they get to, let's say, repair or transcend, you as a descendant won't have to go through the same. Unfortunately, this information wasn't available before, not the way that it is right now out here to the world, right? So how could our parents know what was their part? We cannot remember much of it because when we are born, we have this veil. We get veiled by because we say yes to get veiled.
And we do it by choice.
We do it by choice. We say, okay, when I get there, I'm going to do this evolution, right? But I'm going to be veiled. I accept that. And we get into this world very vulnerable, right? Like we are like a soul that comes from another star, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a body where you're vulnerable and you depend of your parents to be able to be nurtured and loved and taken care of and all of it. So if our parents weren't there for us, maybe you lived or experienced that wound of rejection or abandonment right there from the beginning.
From birth.
And so it is part of that experience or that possibility for you to help heal the system of life by when you say yes. When I say yes to the experience of that, of pain and suffering. And we just don't remember it, of course, because we are only children and we don't know what's happening here, but we only get to be connected to that human heart that feels pain, that learns through whatever the system is showing, mom and dad, or whoever took care of me, right? So I'm learning from them, but I'm also having an inheritance, an unconscious inheritance that is carrying the same sort of information, and that is the why we are still experiencing the same. See? So it is important to understand that in order for you to at certain point in your life acknowledge what it is that you must change in order to help yourself change your reality and heal your family system and the system of life, you needed to go through that during your childhood mainly. Is that understandable?
Yes.
Yes. So it is part of our experience, and it is important to accept this at certain point. Not yet if you're not ready to accept this, because maybe you went through difficult experiences as a child. But just know that if you chose that, you are a brave soul who chose to come help resolve something very difficult. And that we are here to support you and to understand that, yes, I know it's painful. We know it's painful. But we are also thankful that you are understanding this. And so we can take responsibility of that part.
Yes.
Of what corresponds to you. As here, someone is saying, make myself responsible of what corresponds to me without judging, ego, or duality. Very good, Camilo. Thank you so much for saying it.
Very well said.
Very well said. That's it. We just only need to take responsibility of what it is that I must do in order to transcend that so it won't continue happening again.
And that's the work. Because it is, I will admit, it was hard for me to take responsibility.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, you want to place blame. It's just so much easier.
Yes.
And a lot of times you're so unconscious, you don't even see it. And it's as you awaken. And even being awakened, there's sometimes I'm like, you just,
Yes.
it's tough.
It is, because when you somehow heal a little bit of it, and all of a sudden it comes again, you're like, oh no, again? Well, certain wounds don't heal in one session, let's say, or in one observation, because they have so many layers.
So many
layers. And probably you need to create order. That's why we are talking about the orders of love of Bert Hellinger and family constellations, because you must create this order in order to really transcend that. And it's not easy. Orders of love sound simple, but to really get to feel the change, because listen to the word I just used, to feel the change, then you won't be able to transcend it. You might understand what you need to do. You might understand that order, but until you don't get to do that reconciliation from the bottom of your heart with
That
sincerity,
pure forgiveness.
that pure forgiveness, and the change won't happen. So
Mhm.
it's layers, because maybe you went through something very difficult. So it's gonna take you a process to heal that.
Yes.
It is a process to heal the mother, for example. You don't heal your mother from one day to the other, or your father from one day to the other, right? You need to first reconnect or integrate or include or understand, comprehend what happened. That's why we are here today, to comprehend the soul agreement. So to get to love, you must first understand what I must do to change that. Then comprehend, that's why we are talking about soul agreements today, that it was an agreement, a soul agreement. And when I have this comprehension, then I can get to the next step, which is acceptance. Oh, I I know. I chose this system to come and help heal that in that system, so I can help myself, I can liberate myself, I can help facilitate the new descendants that are coming. And if you believe in reincarnation, maybe when you come back, all of this is going to be more harmonized. And then you will be able to help the system of life continue, like the continuity of this system to be in a more healthy, more healthy. The little steps we're taking are creating more healthier um, experiences for all.
Absolutely.
Yes. So yes, it's part of the process, the acceptance, and also take the responsibility, and also see why you're just pointing to the other. Oh, it's your fault, or I'm blaming it on you, when I have to just look here, and not only look here in my childhood, but turn around and see my family system, because everything is there.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Wow.
could sound crazy,
It's
that,
not.
but all of those emotions that you sometimes feel that are misaligned of love or consciousness started before you. So it didn't start with you, not either with your parents. It started in the transgenerational, in history. And we are healing today that.
And the beauty of all those emotions is that's your guide.
Yes, definitely. So Camilo is saying this healing depends of the level of consciousness. I'm translating because he's writing in Spanish, but thank you so much for we appreciate so much your comments. It is beautiful what you're saying there. It says this healing depends of the level of consciousness. Yes, yes, it is true. We are all in different levels of consciousness. Maybe we cannot accept that I chose my parents, for example. Maybe I'm not ready to accept that, because maybe it was difficult. Maybe I don't want to accept that I made an agreement with them, with a soul agreement before coming here, right? So all of that, it's okay. If you cannot accept it today, maybe eventually your state of consciousness will expand and open up enough to say, maybe I did. And maybe that's the point where you will start taking responsibility of changing that, because it was part of the agreement. And let's say, and actually, um, it is beautiful to understand that when we are in that soul level, we are vibrating, all of us, in the same energy. That when we come down here, we must, of course, lower our frequency in order to have those difficult experiences. If I was going to be only the spirit here, or the consciousness here, then I wouldn't be able to come here, because what would be the meaning of coming here if we're not coming here to heal the system of life and to help the process of evolution for all? So this is why we're talking about this today. And it says also, Camila says, so this healing depends on the level of consciousness, where it depends on how people interpret. So your perception counts, and how responsible, and how you resonate, and how open you are to understand this. Yes.
Yeah, very nice, Carlos.
Yes, Camilo. That's Camilo.
Camilo.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. That is beautiful the way you
So
are
well
putting.
said. Yeah.
So well said. Yes, definitely that's what it is. And so we can now go to the book because now we kind of gave you an intro to understand how it is that cosmic part, because we could talk about that. Actually, we are planning on having these new programs right after we finish the information of my book of cosmology. We must understand our origin and what is the plan for the human and why we are here today and why we had to go through all of it because we all accepted to be part of these experiences and this plan. And I would say that at the end and at this point where we are and we have this openness, we are all kind of going back on track. But to go back on track, we must, of course, accept that we are part of that plan and that we accept that we say yes to slavery, yes to colonization, yes to abuse, yes to all of those harsh memories that our ancestors got to experience.
Yeah.
And also to be aware that yes, it happened. We cannot change the destiny of the past. We are no one to actually how do you say that, like judge,
Right.
oh it shouldn't
Exactly.
have been that way, or it could have been better. That doesn't exist. We
Right.
all say yes to live this experience. So what we are doing now is getting ready to change that, reprogram our past, our
Right.
history, in order to be able to transcend it and to bring a new reality for me and to vibrate from this new reality. Because when I'm vibrating from this new reality, from this transcendence, then I'm really helping.
Yeah. So you are working on doing that liberation and that freedom in your soul so that you can
Yes.
keep expanding and going up.
Yes, exactly. All right. So I guess we're ready
You
to
are ready?
continue.
Yes,
Yes,
we
yes,
are.
yes. Okay. So for the ones following the book, we are on page number 124.
Yes.
And we
Okay.
are on step number 2, which is called the systemic order. So it is important to understand that even that soul agreement has a hierarchy, right? Maybe if we were before coming here in that limbo, let's say, right? Where I met some souls and say, okay, let's all help heal that family system from abuse. You know, let's see how much we can get to facilitate this healing for the new generations to come. So there is a hierarchy because two of those souls says, okay, we must go first, right? And then be babies, go through experience, then meet each other and fall in love, or whatever it is that it happened. You know, maybe they didn't fall in love, they just had one night, and maybe you were born from there. And so there is a hierarchy there as well, right? Because parents come first and children come after. And so this is part of honoring the agreement and honoring who came first and honoring that it was part of a purpose. It has a purpose. It has an important purpose. Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Yes. So it says, what it says is this. So before coming to earth, we made a soul agreement with our parents where we decided what we were going to help resolve in the system of life. So we weren't saying, oh, I'm going to just be born in that family. No, we said, okay, I want to go and experience this so I can help resolve it. And I need a system that is going through that experience. So those are the parents that I need, right? Your parents chose to come first to be your channels of life, and you chose to come after. This part of the agreement was already fulfilled. That's why you're here, right? And it is important to understand that your parents, because when we have all of these wounds that haven't been able to be healed, we tend to look for what I didn't, in my perception, didn't get from my parents. And when I do that, I'm still looking with the eyes of a child. And I'm expecting my parents to give me that. when that in reality is already here. Because our origin, we have a cosmic parents, but we must honor the parents that we came, the channels of life that allow us to be here today, and that allow us to come help with this purpose of healing the system of life, right? So
It's like we thank our parents, you know what I mean? Because they came first and they opened the channel for us to live the experience, to live our purpose.
and also they somehow facilitate
Yes.
a little bit of what you came to help
Mhm.
transcend, right? Let's say I usually talk about this. My mom was the black sheep of the family. Yes. And if my mom when if she didn't take that let's say way of breaking the structure of the family system, maybe it would have been harder for me today because I'm such a free spirit. And she was. So she took all the suffering of being that black sheep in that time, which was actually harder than today.
And today,
Today you
absolutely.
can be the black sheep and who cares, right?
We
You
honor that now.
yeah, actually we do.
We honor that now.
And parents are more open to understand that children are different and to say, well, I cannot control this child even though I want to. And they try the most they can, but they, not necessarily the child is going to change because they come already with a different chip, right? But back then, to break the structure, our parents or the parents who did break the structure, they were very brave.
Absolutely.
Yes, so I honor that. I honor my mom that she was the one who broke the structure for me to be more free today and to be able to be myself. An artist, a healer, all of the things she also loved doing because she's the artist, she's the healer as well. And so I honor that she gave me that gift. See, and so what did your mom give you? Just think of that.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, especially when we do have conflict with our parents.
Yes.
You know, we all mother daughters, especially mother daughters, we do have some conflict, and it's to think, okay, what is the gift that my mother is giving me by her being this way?
Yes.
And it doesn't come from one day to another. I want to keep that in mind. But when you do get there, what a beautiful experience.
And not only your mother, your father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we have also a lot of issues with our father. For example, my father wasn't there for me. Like he was, but he let's say abandoned the family system. That's why it broke apart. And so I had issues to heal with him. But what was the gift that he gave me? He was a teacher.
Yeah.
And he actually, I got to know that he studied psychology as well. He was a math teacher, and he studied psychology. And probably he was trying to understand why he was feeling the frustration he was feeling, and the anger he was feeling, and all of it.
In that time they had no clue. It's not like now that we have, psychologists, psychiatrists, mental health. There's so many different tools that at that time, and they even sometimes even look down at that too.
Of course, and understanding that why he chose the things he chose in life. But today I got his gift, the gift of teaching. So I'm being his continuation, and I'm being my mom's continuation. And then I feel so emotional now.
On purpose.
Yes. So their purpose actually got fulfilled.
Yeah.
Got fulfilled through me.
Yeah.
See? And I'm also liberating those things they couldn't. Or he couldn't because he transcended already. My mom is actually doing her work. She's doing her part. She's taking responsibility of her experiences, and she's empowering herself. And I'm so like she's doing, when she does that, she's doing more for me. So that's her gift to me and to my siblings as well. Yes. See how beautiful?
It is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. So honoring the agreement is very important. And probably it's difficult for you if you're still not there because it was difficult. But there are ways to get there. Like, for example, family constellations is a possibility for you to start transcending and processing that pain, that anger, that sadness, that resentment, whatever it is there, we all need to transcend these emotions.
Yeah.
That's all I know, those feelings of pain. And when we do that, we somehow have the comprehension and the compassion to understand why it happens, then it
Mhm.
will take us to another level of consciousness. And then we can somehow reconcile those relationships with our parents and then transcend that and take the best, all of it. Because actually, that journey of pain was important for us to be today where we are.
Mhm.
Yes. So thank you so much for
Oh
understanding that.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
can, we're
It's
just
pretty
giving,
deep. It's pretty deep.
yes, and we are just bringing here a possibility, a possibility of for you to see things from a different angle.
Yes.
That's all. We're
Yeah.
not here pushing information or telling you that this is the truth.
We always say take what you like and leave the rest.
Yes, I usually use the drainer, just put everything in the drainer and whatever you feel is like, oh, this could give me something, just ingest that, right? And digest it or metabolize it or think about it. And the rest you can filter it or you can put it out aside because maybe in some years you'll say, oh, what she said makes sense for me today. So you can take the whole of today's, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
happens, right? Sometimes you have to think about it and say, oh, that can make sense, but still no, because no, why this and why that? It's okay. You're taking one step, and we are very thankful for that.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. I tell you, I learn every day, including here, as I hear Maya speak. I'm like, oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. So we are learning every day, and it's such
yes,
a good process, and being gentle with yourself. But I so appreciate it because
yes,
we are here to teach one another.
yes, definitely. So, Camilo, thank you for your comments. We are loving them. He says the healing tool needs a lot of responsibility because it moves a lot of ancestral energy. Yes, but at the same time, family constellations, yes, it depends on, let's say, the facilitation or the facilitator. Um, it moves a lot of energy that is needed.
Mhm.
Is It needs to be moved. Sometimes we cannot change just by understanding or just by saying, "Oh, I liberate my ancestors." No, you need that confrontation of your truth because your truth will set you free.
Yeah.
It is said. And when you get to confront it and you are in that field, you get to see it and say,
Mhm.
oh, I can see today. I can see why I feel this way. And I see that I'm identifying with you, grandpa, grandma, or uncle, or whoever. And
Mhm.
then the reconciliation can happen in that field. And the closing is very important.
Right.
The
Yes.
closing of that movement is this constellation is not only to identify the memories. This constellation movement is to create a possibility to reconcile that past.
Mhm.
And it happens. If the facilitator knows how to guide it and to navigate, probably can take the person in that ride of reconciliation.
Mhm.
And that's possible. That's why when I found family constellations, even though I'm a life coach, I was into shamanism, I was into mention all of these holistic modalities, qigong, tai chi. I did it all. Sacred circles for
Massage.
women, massage. Just mention them all.
Dance.
Dance,
She did it
sacred
all.
dance. I did a lot of therapy. But when I got to experience family constellations, I really got to liberate a lot of my pain. And that's what I see in a session. I see
Mhm.
how people feel at peace and they understand the why is
Mhm.
understood. Finally, say, I see the why, and that
Mhm.
is enough to change.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
I believe too. It is a possibility. Not everybody has to take this path or this possibility. There are other possibilities out there. We are just presenting this one here because it's the one that I took for my own healing. Like at the end, after taking all of these modalities,
Mhm.
shamanism, yes, you do a lot, but I didn't get to the root of it.
Yeah, and that's the gift you get through this.
The root
You
of
get to
it.
the root, and now you understand. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just we are here just giving an option, and you can choose. You can continue just searching, searching. Maybe eventually you'll come back here and say, well, let me try this. And then I'll be happy if you do so, because it is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I can say. The possibility is beautiful. So it says, Camilo says, every human being is a master and a gift to receive from the love of or fear observer. Yes, definitely, we are all mirrors and teachers, and we are teaching each other every time, every day, and we are a possibility to change that, because the work is not just transcending our ancestors. No, we also have our own wounds and our own psychology, because we are psychological beings. And what is in your psychology? Of course, that you repeated, you replicated from your ancestors, but you also got to experience that. So you must also heal your part, right? That repression, that shadow, right? Right? We have so much in there that is
Yeah.
important to acknowledge. Just the acknowledgement of yes. And then just that acceptance to say, yes, I'm human and I'm feeling anger.
And remember that you are human and you're entitled to
Yes.
feel all your emotions.
Yes. And also that's important
It
to
is.
understand that we are not only here to be just a spirit. We can give permission to ourselves to be humans. You know, I'm taking this well, maybe you don't know it, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm taking these classes, these acting classes, and I'm so loving it, because these classes that I'm taking about acting, it's not just about acting. It's called the Meissner method, and it involves a lot of psychology. Of course, I know a lot of psychology because of the work that I teach, of course. And so, but when I see it there in a different way, and how you have to connect. And one thing that I really love is that when we are, let's say, representing someone, we don't need to act it, because we already went through that. So we only need to remember that we have felt that anger. And that we have felt that resentment, or that I have envy, or that I feel that, or that I want that because I want to be selfish. All of it, all of that information is within. We carry, is here, so we don't need to act it. We just need to relive it and experience it through ourselves and through our own experience, and bring it out and just show it in the acting. It is so amazing and so powerful, and I'm loving it. So just now that I'm saying it, if you get more interested, if you are in the area of Orlando or maybe in the world, because I think the Meissner Institute is a method that you can learn everywhere in the world. So the Meissner Institute is called, and it's an acting through school or something like that. It's very awesome, right, Janet?
Yeah,
We went
it
to see
is.
one of the
The
plays.
plays.
It was so amazing.
Oh my God, it really was amazing.
Yes. Okay, let's continue with the book. Okay, so it says, the second part of the agreement was to resolve different issues from the system of life. This sounds crazy, but in order for you to resolve these issues of your system, you must go through and experience them yourself.
And you cannot escape it. That's the
No.
thing. Like whatever you see yourself repeating and denying,
Mhm.
it will keep happening until it is acknowledged and accepted.
Yes, we all, each and every one of us, have issues to resolve, but not only from our own life, but also from the family system. So just know this.
I was like, just keep it in mind.
Keep it in mind. Yes. Even though you might
notes.
Yeah, take notes and keep
I
in
have
there.
it again.
Yes, exactly. Let me go over that when I feel ready.
Yeah, because it
we
can be tough.
sometimes we have this disguised happiness. It's like, oh, but I have it all, and I have this and that and that and that. But Are you truly, truly happy, like
Fulfilled.
fulfilled and joyful from the bottom of your heart? Can you really feel that experience here today? Because if you're not there yet, maybe you should just start delving deeper within
Yep.
yourself, in your unconsciousness.
Continue seeking.
Continue seeking. That's the word. Okay, so it says, otherwise, how would you recognize the issues that you came to heal? Yeah, so we need to go through that experience in order to recognize, right, the issues that we came to heal. Eventually, your pain and suffering becomes the spark that moves you towards healing and towards the fulfillment of your mission. Yes, yes, it happens like that. How? Because there is a point where the pain is so intense that you say, I just can't bear this anymore.
You say, I am done.
Yes.
I will not deal with this again. And you wake up.
No, usually you are in pain and in suffering, and you say, I cannot bear this pain anymore.
You're done.
You're done. Just like, I need help. I need to change this. And it's like the pain takes you all the way to the wall. It's like you are, yeah, it's like you are between the wall and there is an expression that says when you are like in between something.
Yeah, we both lost it. So between the wall. If anybody knows, put it in the
Yeah, put it in the chat because I forgot that there is an expression that says it's like a sword or something like that. You are in the middle of that and you cannot change that reality anymore. It's so painful. It's like kind of like crushing you and you say, no, I need help. Or you fall into that hole, as Janet called the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole, that abyss. The abyss also, we call it in the ocean. But yeah.
Yes. And so you say, no, I don't want to be here anymore. Please, someone help me get out of this. And that's when we start our journey of healing, right? So the reason for which we don't remember our plan is because once we arrive here, that's what the book says, into the human experience, we forget it. We forgot our mission. We forgot that we made the agreement. We forgot it all. Throughout our experiences, we get lost in our perceptions of what we believe and feel that is this reality. See? So at certain point, we get lost. At the beginning, the child comes very like the same blank and still very connected to the source and to everything that is the consciousness that is, all the dimensions, all the realities, everything. But once the child starts growing and being more adapted to this 3D world, then the child loses that. Probably around 7, and when they start building the ego, 7 to 15, they start losing that connection, and then you get lost. And of course, you already had your experience of pain because the more traumatic ones, the most traumatic ones happen before 5, pretty much, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
it does.
So our childhood experiences mark our path since they are our programming for life. Understanding this, we become the magnet that keeps attracting the same dysfunction of the past throughout our life. When we hit rock bottom and the pain becomes unbearable, we seek to find the solution, and that's when our healing path begins. As we heal ourselves, as we heal ourselves, we heal our family system and the system of life. And that's how our unconsciousness returns to love. And congratulations, right then, when you get to become return to consciousness, then your mission has been accomplished. Yay! So the question here is, can you see that pain and suffering were necessary to fulfill the plan? Yes. Right.
And if right now you're in pain and suffering, it's okay to say, no, I cannot see that.
And we are okay with that too. And that your parents were also part of the plan. We are all serving each other in life, even though it doesn't seem like it. Yes, we are serving each other in life, even though it doesn't seem like it. Meaning that those perpetrators that we see as the perpetrators are serving us to see something that we must hear within me or within my family system. Understanding this, one of the steps we must do to heal the system is honoring the agreement of precedence and the soul agreement. In other words, respecting your parents as your channels of life for you to come and live a process of healing that can serve the oneness through healing yourself. I love that.
Ooh, very profound, right?
Yes, you can help heal the whole oneness through your own process of healing.
Yourself. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Isn't that
'Cause
powerful?
It's powerful because we worry so much about fixing. All you have to do is come to you.
Yes, yes, definitely. So, from this new angle of the picture, can you see your biological parents differently? Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
I do. Once you are aware of the role of your parents from this systemic angle, you can change your perspective about them and what you think they lack in giving you. Their part was to meet each other and to bring you here. They did their part. Now you must do
Your
yours.
part.
Yes, definitely. So there you go. We mission accomplished today,
Mission
Janet. Yeah. We got to put that information out there for you to probably understand this new angle of the picture. Yes. And we welcome you to our meeting. Remember that we are having on the 17th of this month, which is next Wednesday. We have our free online meeting with the tribe meeting where you can bring this maybe topics about it, maybe something about your family, maybe you want to understand more about ancestral healing. Well, welcome. That's your opportunity so we can connect and we can see each other and we can heal together because we do systemic exercises to heal in group.
Yes, it's very powerful.
Yes. And of course, if you feel called to maybe delve deeper, then we welcome you also to our training program on family constellations. You can go to systemichealinginstitute.com to check our program. We have the program in English and we also have it in Spanish. And you can see the dates there. You can see the 8 modules, what they contain, what is it about. And you can actually register right there.
Right there, yeah. And definitely, if you know people that will resonate with this, please do share.
Yes.
Hit the like button.
Yes, please. Or send us those hearts. We appreciate those.
Yeah. Let them know that every Thursdays and Fridays, Thursday this is done in Spanish, and on Friday it's done in English.
Yes. And so we I guess we're leaving soon or now because we want to celebrate my manifestation.
Now,
drumming.
Yes, drum roll. Please stay with us.
Well, every time at the beginning of the year, we have this workshop, and I call it "Your Vision is Already Happening," and it's like a vision board, but we do it with an experience. So I not only just we don't do that thing of carrying things and putting them on a board. No, we go deeper. Let's say we go deeper into our unconsciousness to bring to our subconscious mind to recreate a reality. So this year I put 2 things in that board. I like bringing just 3 things actually, and one of them was our trip to Egypt.
Yes, that's right.
Remember? Yes. I was in Egypt and I was doing this and I was doing that. Well, guess what? In September 12th, we are traveling to Egypt and we are going to be with this group that is like, let's say, a very intimate group.
Yeah.
And we are going to have the pyramid in private for us to create an activation so we can start reconnecting and downloading our own powers, right? Yeah. But we are also going to give an offering. So we are going to have one night on the White Desert We are gonna have the tents, like just like the Arabic style as before, and
Mhm.
we're gonna have a fire of transmuting fire. And what we will be doing there is like the same systemic or family therapy. We're gonna do it like a systemic therapy to heal the memories of humanity. So if you are in this vibration and you feel the call, maybe you can answer the call and contact me. And so maybe we can open a space for you if you have the intention to do that. Plus, of course, we are going to have so much fun.
Yes,
We are going,
absolutely.
along the Nile, and we will be traveling to all of these ruins, and then we're gonna do all of that too. So
Mhm.
yeah, and so that's another thing that I wanted to share.
Yes.
And oh, and the second manifestation that already happened is that of course, I have a cat. I call him the warrior. Is the warrior. He's been with me since Angelo was like 5 and he's 16 now. It's like 11 years. He's already 16. He's already driving. He's going to school. So we needed a second car. So in January, I was like, well, we are going to need a second car. And I thought of Pegasus. Pegasus is a car that I manifested today.
Yes, you went to get
And
it today.
yes, it was my Tesla.
She got her
Yay!
Tesla, her white
Yes,
Tesla.
I
It is
white.
beautiful.
Yes, it's a white Tesla with white interior. Everything is white, so it's
It's
like
so pretty.
it's
I
so
love it,
beautiful,
love things
so
that are
cute. It's like Pegasus, so we will be flying everywhere. So you're
Yes.
invited if anytime you come to Kissimmee or you want to come to our group sessions. We have group sessions for family constellations here. Once a month, we also have, I do one-on-one and Janet too. Janet is also one of our graduates from the Institute, so you can contact us. And maybe if you are, if because I'm really more into the teaching now. I'm teaching in the Institute, so we'll have the graduates taking all the sessions. And so you're welcome to join us. You can go to Systemic Healing Institute, and then her name is there, and you can actually purchase and make an appointment, schedule an appointment with her as well. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yay.
We are here to serve.
Yes, we are here to serve you, serve humanity, and serve us all through our own process of transcendence.
Yes.
Yes, and if you feel called to do that, welcome. You have here support and a tribe that is also willing to help you go through your own process.
So
Yes.
thank you for sharing that good news.
Yes, we're going to
We're so
celebrate
excited.
tonight.
Yes.
Let's go for the ride. Janet. I didn't get to enjoy my car because it was right after before the
Right. It's
the
like
live. So
it's like I come like, the car came and I come into the house jumping up and down, jumping up and down. She even wore white.
yes, because the car was
represent.
right. Yeah, Pegasus. So we are one. And before we go, we have we are also doing a service here. What happened was that my son was taking care of this dog, and the owner, he usually takes care of dogs when people, like the owners, go for vacations or things like that. And the guy just decided that he didn't want the dog anymore, and he just like my son is like so. And then the guy wanted to take the dog to the pound to put him to sleep, and we feel so bad about it because he's just like a baby. He's like
He
a
is a
one,
baby.
and he's such a sweet guy. It broke my heart. So we are looking for a home for Apollo. His name is Apollo. And since we are here and we have the camera, let's show Apollo. Let's see. Apollo. Apollo.
Say
Hey, baby,
hello.
say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi.
I'm looking for a home.
Oh, we need to turn this as well so people can see Apollo. Let's see. Can you guys see Apollo?
Not yet.
Yes,
There
yes,
it
yes.
is,
There
there it
you
is.
go. So this is Apollo.
Yeah, say hi.
Say hi. Say, I'm looking for a home, please. So if someone is around and maybe you are looking for a sweet company, right? We will appreciate if you can if
And
you can.
they pets, they bring you many blessings and very high
Yes.
vibration.
Yes, definitely. So we are letting you with this. At least we got to put it out here and
Yes.
to share because we really want to help Apollo get a home, find his home.
Because we already claimed it.
Yes, we already
Fine,
claimed
we
it.
claimed
He's
it.
already there
He's already
with
there.
someone.
Yes.
That's it. And the reason why I don't keep Apollo is because I have Orion. Orion is my cat, and he's been feeling like, oh, but this was my space and my territory, and now Apollo is so big. So he needs another home, you know. And then I'll be traveling and teaching and all of it. So Apollo needs someone that really can give him attention and love. And we are giving him love meanwhile. But I'm sure you will be happy to have this sweet company because he's very sweet, even though he's a pit bull.
He's a sweet pit bull, though.
It's a sweet, very sweet pit bull.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we will see you next week.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Camilo, for all of your comments. We so love them. We so love them, and we see more people that join, and you were here, and thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the congratulations, and we so love being here every Friday so we can share and amplify or bring this information because probably it's not easy to digest or to understand. Maybe that's not many people understand or know about it. But we put ourselves into saying, okay, then someone must say it. Let's do it, Janet. And Janet said, yes, we enlisted in that and say, even though it's going to be hard, maybe or maybe not. Maybe we're just doing this out of love, and the universe will align for many people to hear these lives and this information. And so to
keep expanding and growing.
Yes, in consciousness, to keep like
evolving
and a possibility. So thank you so much. We are sending you blessings and hopes and love, and we'll see you next
week. Yeah, next week.
Yes.
See, our heads is already in Egypt. So we'll be here next week.
Yes, we will be here next week. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, Maya.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Carlos, for the lemonade.
And thank you, Apollo.
And thank you, Apollo, for your company. And also Orion. What is Orion? Oh my God.
Thank you for
everyone
that comes to serve with us here.
Yes, definitely. Sending love.
Bye-bye.